Hey gang, it's Jeff from Photo Finish Restorations, and on this episode of Muscle Cars and Hot Rods, we're going to mini tub this first Gen 68 Camaro behind me. So stick around and check it out. And although this quarter panel is rough and not going on the car in favor of those two right there, we went ahead and started our mini tub by taking measurements at 4 different places from the lip to the inner tub to get a basis for where we're going. Secondly, we'll hop up in the trunk, remove the trunk hinge support, and cut the package tray or seat backrest away from the inner tub. Now we got our back seat support split, and we just got done drilling out the spot welds and taking out our hinge support. So we'll hop over to the other side, get that one taken out, and we're ready to begin the second step. Now we have removed our shock reinforcements and established both cut lines on the wheel well and the tub. First off, I took a measurement 2 inches from the side of the wheel well. I then made a cardboard template of the wheel tub and got my cut line for the floor. Followed that all the way up in. Then take a measurement 2.5 inches, creating a flange for the new wheel tub, and following the flange mark 2.5 inches all the way up, I've gone ahead and made my second cut mark. Did that on both sides, and right now you could see coming down into the car. So at this point, I mean, we've got cut-off wheels, plasma cutters, Sawzalls. I think I'll start with the Sawzall, see how that works. That should be a nice clean cut, easy to weld to. If I need to get into it with the plasma cutter or anything else, I'll make sure I wear the proper safety equipment and get it done. We'll catch you up on that point right there. Okay gang, we've got our small little tub removed from the vehicle, and at this point we're beginning to see our first look of the new opened up area. Now I notice where these measurements that we took in the beginning become important as my saw was cutting down through where it's supposed to notch this frame section. How crazy that we're gonna actually cut out this and fix it because it's junk anyway, but it's right where we are. Anyway, I noticed that now I don't have my full 2 inches, and that's because the saw, as it was cutting through the frame section, veered off this way and didn't cut through. I've got my template that I use for making the round area, and I can put it down through here, but I'm going to go ahead and get a squared up line here and back in here, and we'll be able to section in our frame. The exciting part about doing this mini tub is it actually makes the frame section repair that needs to be done on this car easier. So you can see I've got the offending member cut out. I'm actually going to go ahead and replace the frame rail before notching it for the mini tub. So over here sits our clip with the part of the frame that we need. So we'll cut out a piece larger than what we need and start fitting it. We've got our frame repair area prepped for weld, and we've got our section all prepped for weld. That fits right up in there. We're going to take and spray a couple of coats of our favorite welding stuff, our weld through primer, so that we can protect against corrosion in areas like that. So we'll put a couple coats on this and clamp our frame section into place. Just letting our primer dry fully, and we'll be ready to clamp this into place, get the frame rail welded in, and then continue on with our mini tub where we're going, where we'll section the frame out. We've made our frame rail look all nice again so that we can go ahead and notch it. This is what we have going on. The frame section is welded in right here, here, and here. Here, here, and here. This is where we're going to notch it so that we get our full 2-inch mini tub. We'll come down here, straight lines, and then we'll take our template that we used for cutting our floor up here and make a notch in the bottom, and that'll be the notch in our frame. At this point, we have our little neck, our little notch made for the frame. So from here to from the mark to here, I'm only measuring 11¼ inches, so I still gotta fine tune the fit out. Right down here, since our salvaged wheel tub, I cut it at the flange and got it all cleaned up along the black. Obviously it still has to be cleaned up for weld, but I mean as far as the flanges. And we've begun hammering this down and this mating surface up so that we end up with a little bit flatter mating area. Okay, we've got the wheel tub prepped with a little bit of copper weld that's been sitting for about 20 minutes. We've also gone ahead and fit and clamped the boxing section for the frame. I'll get that fit down there, and then we'll get the floor to sit down nice and even along that line. So it's time to weld that up. Box section is welded into place, and we went ahead and set the wheel tub up in there, got it clamped down in the spot, and tacked it in. Let's check it out. There we are. All tacked into place, both on the inside and outside. So, at this point we can take all our fasteners out because it's tacked into place. Here it is from the back side. So it's tacked into place. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut the passenger side out with the Sawzall. So we're going to wrap up the second day kind of early because it's Christmas Eve, but let's go ahead and check out where we got to. Passenger side is all cut out and cleaned up. We've got the box end section fitting in place, clamped down, and we removed our used inner wheel tub from our clip and have it fully cleaned up. This is about 80% fit into the car. There's one last look at the 2-inch mini tub on the right side of the car from the inner passenger rocker heading back and over the wheel tub. Okay, now we're just about tacked in with the right side wheel well, so both are just about tacked in. Time to get in there and start cranking up the welder. We'll get you up on that point. Okay, and here's our 2-inch mini tub on a 1968 Chevrolet Camaro. There we are, all ground down and welded. Last remaining thing to do is to weld in the hinge supports. Here's a view of us up underneath. Okay, and there's the view from the inside. We got those tubs opened up, 2 inches on both sides. So, what's left to do right now is to start getting after our quarter panel. Let's cut the ugliness off. Got the plasma cutter right there. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right there. Be sure to catch us on the next one. Got lots of projects happening right now, so you never know what you're gonna find. See you on that one.